let's hear from our speakers.
Mr. President, I
No,
rise to,
hold on, Mr. Patton. We've got to.
no, I rise to a point of order. The same Ohio Revised Code statute.
Mr. Patton, I'm sorry, sir. We have a process here, okay?
I
We have a
rise
process.
to yes, I'm rising to a question of that process.
Mr.
that
Patton,
the-
you'll have your opportunity to speak when I call your name. Please be seated, sir. Thank you. Thank you. This is a public hearing for the presentation of these issues. And we have speakers cards that have been filled out on this particular item this morning. And as I call your name out, you will have the privilege of the floor for 2 minutes. I'd ask that you go to the podium, and the presentation will be timed. And the green means you've got plenty of time, yellow means you've got 30 seconds, red means please wrap it up.
Good morning, my name is Michael Patton. I'm an engineer and I live in Oakley. I have prepared remarks, but I have a very strong objection to the constitution of this meeting according to the Ohio Revised Code. And I guess according to Mr. Portune, I have to spend my 2 minutes saying why this is not a legally constituted meeting. The same section of Ohio Revised Code that mandates that we have 2 public hearings before a resolution can go on the ballot also mandates that the public be given certain financial information at the start of the meeting. It is not to be put on a website sometime after the meeting. It is supposed to be here, now it's supposed to be here when we came into this room. It is not. And I say that any sales tax initiative that is on the ballot will be illegal for that very reason. Now I will abbreviate my remarks. Last November, we rejected the sales tax proposal. Now we are here again, just 3 months later, talking about 30 different proposals to raise the sales tax for a bigger jail. But most of the concerns are still valid. Hamilton County already has the highest incarceration rate in Ohio. If there is a, quote, overcrowding, unquote, problem, our first response should be to look for a cause other than the number of jail beds available. The Vera Institute concluded that if current processes and practices are not modified, it can be expected that jail overcrowding will not be alleviated even if we build a new jail. They had many concerns. One is that many people, most who are in jail, are waiting just because they don't yet have a court date. Let's spend some time determining what our real problems and needs are first before we build a new jail. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Patton. Just a point of information, the revised code that you quote refers to the kind of financial information that relates to the specific tax information that is being considered, both the rate of increase and the length of the increase. That information has been available and is available at the start of the meeting. It is unrelated to the report that Mr. Thompson has presented, and it bears upon the issues of the quarter cent or half cent and the length of time that is being discussed and the various resolutions that you just referenced that you're aware of that pertain to that. Our next speaker,
No, Mr. Portune, it is not.
Mr. Patton, please, you've had your time. Thank you.
And he went on beyond that. That's what Ohio Revised Code states. And it's supposed to be available as you come into the room.
All I can say is that what we
I was
had-
willing to give the chance to copy the pages and give them out. But you said I had to sit down. Okay. I will file the objections, and if you file this a resolution and put it in front of the Hamilton County Board of Elections, I will file an objection because I specifically tried to get that thing corrected, and you told me no.
Well, I guess you will have to do what you believe you have to do. You do not, all I can ask is that you allow us to continue to move forward with the process, and that we are trying to present a comprehensive program here that is going to work.
I find this great irony in that you're not following the law to build a prison for lawbreakers.
Oh, Michael, okay, that's fine. Is that really fair? Is that really fair?
I think it is. Because
You
the
know,
Ohio
I
Revised
think-
Codes
I think
were set up for
look,
public
look,
input,
you're
to
doing-
inform public input.
That's fine. You're doing this for YouTube, and that's fine.
No, it's not you.
It's not for YouTube.
Or
It's for the it's for the public record.
Mr.
It's
Jeffrey,
a public
okay,
issue.
it's the public record. I'm not running away from the camera.
I'm not
okay?
chasing
I'm
you.
not turning my back on it. Do what you think you have to do.
I tried. I stood up. I mean, you weren't going to, I thought you were going to come up to that point, you know, and when you did and said, okay, now it's the time for public comment, I said I couldn't wait anymore. You know, I got to stand up. And I tried. I could never even get out a complete sentence.
Well, that's it. You didn't go into all that detail when you had the floor.
We had 2 minutes and he had
I only
prepared
had 2
comments.
minutes, and
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, so that's
But
that's okay.
we had
So you're telling me you tried to correct it, but now you're saying that you didn't correct it because you only had 2 minutes.
No,
when you
no,
could
no,
have
no,
started off.
no, wait a minute. I said at the very beginning what the problem was. And I said that. I took 1 minute of my time to tell you what the problem was. You had the opportunity then to say, wait a minute, I see a problem here.
Time out,
Let's-
time out, time out, time out.
Okay,
Okay, time out.
yes, okay.
You have your opinion. We have received what we received from our attorneys who have said that this is what we have to do. All right?
Okay.
I'm doing what I have been advised is what we have to do and what we have to have present. You disagree.
I disagree.
If you believe that it therefore merits filing an objection to whatever we end up doing, which we haven't ended up doing it yet.
You haven't ended up doing it yet, that's true.
Right.
And you
And
always
so-
have the option of doing it for the November election. There's no rush to do it for this election in May. And this would probably be about the only issue on the ballot in May, because Cincinnati doesn't have a primary.
Right?
So this would just be a single issue election. You can put it in with a general election again. I mean, I continue sending prisoners to Butler
We
County.
don't have the money.
I disagree. I really disagree.
Really? Where's the money, Mr. Patton?
You-
Where's the money?
I didn't hear that there was.
Where is the money, Mr. Patton?
What?
Go study the budget, and you
Well,
show me where the money
That
is.
was my point. I wasn't given a chance to look at the money before the start of the meeting. I still don't have a copy of it. So you were asking me to give you
Of
an
what?
informed
Of what?
decision.
What do you
I
want?
want to see,
It costs us $7 million a year to send people to Butler County. Where is that money in my general fund budget?
well, let me get a chance to take a look. That
Go
was the
ahead.
whole point.
Go ahead.
That was the
Go
whole
ahead.
point of having the budget at the start of the meeting.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead. You go find
And I
$7
will-
million in our general fund.
we're not talking about $7 million.
Sure we are. You just
No,
talked
you
about
said
Butler County.
$7 million a year, okay?
You just talked about Butler County, that we can just continue to send people to Butler County until November.
Look, Butler County costs
That's what you
55.
said.
Look, Butler County costs $55 per person per day. Okay, that's the maintenance cost of the prisoner, that's for the guards, that's for the food, that's for utility, that's for medical care. That has been long established for the previous go-around. That cost does not change just because you put them in a new facility. You still have the same maintenance costs. What does change is a little bit for the guards going back and forth, shuttling back and forth from Butler County. Okay, now that's the cost that would change. But again, it's not for the full year because we're only talking from the period from May to November. So it's only half a year. So to answer your question, I would need to know what that cost is for half a year and get the chance to see the budget, and then maybe I can answer your question.
You lost me.